Everybody, all right, so it is Wednesday evening and we are on the way to dinner. Now when we were down at the beach on the very first day, my hubby wanted to go out and get some lunch, and he wanted to get like a clam chowder boat and, you know, have some fresh seafood. And I said, no, we've got to wait and check in, and let's, you know, I just want to stay here and get the campsite up. And I talked him out of it, but he really wanted to get, you know, some seafood. And I feel so bad because we left and my poor honey didn't get his seafood the entire time we were there. So we left.
No big deal.
Yeah, it was to me though, because you wanted it, and we didn't end up doing it. So I said, well, I owe you. As soon as we get back, we're going to get you one. I know it's not the same thing because it's not at the beach, but so we're on our way to Red Lobster right now so that I can make that up to him. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to get, but
I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, and actually I do have a gift card someone gave it to us for Christmas last year for Red Lobster, and we've not used it yet. So
I think it was for my birthday.
It was it for your birthday? Did I give it to you?
I think Calvin did.
Oh. So we've been holding on to that for a long time.
I'm surprised we didn't give it out at Christmas.
I know. Well, yeah, no, we never, just in case you've got a gift card from us, we never re-gift our gift cards. I don't know why he said that. Anyway. All right, so I'll see you in a bit. I am having a rather late lunch. It's about 4 p.m. I found this book at the library. I have the first Oh She Glows cookbook, and then I found this second one. I love her food. There's no doubt about that. And I thought I would try to make this. I never have made a curry chickpea salad before, and so I made it. It doesn't really look that way on here, but so this is what I'm having for lunch. It smells divine. Absolutely wonderful. And I'm just going to quickly show you the recipe in case you would like to try it. I'm going to come down here. It smells so good. Now I'm going to have some Beano because my body just can't handle beans and that kind of thing. So hopefully I'll be okay. This I think is worth it. I'm really trying to go with whole foods and trying to clean some things up. And this uses a vegan type of a mayo, which I didn't have a plant-based mayo, so I used a regular mayo this time. But anyway, it smells great. I just wanted to show you. Hey, good morning. It is Sunday morning, and I'm starting the day off with, since we're going to be late to church, if we don't, I made a smoothie to take with me, and I am using the Vega 1 vanillas, proteins, and greens. I've got a tablespoon of the almond butter in it, 2 cups of cashew milk. What else did I put in there? I actually took 4 capsules of psyllium husk, and then with it, what else? Gosh, I forgot. Oh, like a handful of strawberries and half of a frozen banana, and that's my breakfast. We're home. My husband's preparing the grill. He's going to throw some things on, and I got some veggies ready that I wanted him to put on the grill. I got peppers and zucchini and mushrooms and onions. Those are all going to go on the grill. And then also I've got some eggplant I want done so I can make a dish for this week. And all of these are, I parboiled some corn and put it in here, so he's going to finish roasting that. I just made some guacamole because I'm starving, and I'm actually using carrot chips to dip into the guacamole. I'm not going to eat all this by myself. I'm going to serve myself a serving, but and my family's probably going to use some corn chips. I am having this oatmeal for breakfast, blue apple nut oatmeal, and it just looks really filling. I've got all this stuff in it here, and I used pumpkin seeds instead of walnuts because I have a problem with walnuts and I have a reaction, so I use pumpkin seeds. And for lunch, I am having one of these thin breads here. And I've got 1/2 of a teaspoon of a veggie mayo on it with some Dijon mustard. And I made one of the burgers out of this book here. It's like a black bean and oat burger. And it's got lots of veggies and stuff in it. It's really good. I've made them before. Got some avocado, some tomato. And then I've got green beans with some canned tomatoes that were seasoned. And then yesterday I made like a soup. And it turned out to be a really good gravy, actually. It's just basically a potato leek soup and with some veggie broth and some spices. And I used the golden potatoes, so it ended up being more of like a gravy texture. And so I thought, you know what, this will make a really good gravy on some things. So that's what I just poured on my green beans. So this is what I'm having for my lunch. Right, for breakfast, I'm actually going to start the morning off with some of this. I'm going to split it with the kids, so I don't know how much of it I'm going to have. But this cantaloupe smells so good. All this fruit is for something else. We're going to a function later, and I'm going to make a fruit plate. These are so ready, and they smell so good. So I'm going to take this to that. But I'm having some of this for breakfast, and then I'll have something else. Everybody, it is Wednesday morning. I just wanted to check in with you. No doubt you're looking at my meals going, Kat, I thought you were low carb. What happened? Okay, I've been low carb for about 4 weeks this time around, and I just wasn't feeling really good. I wasn't having the energy that I needed to work out. And it's not like, oh, I was doing these really, really big workouts and I didn't have the energy. No, I didn't even feel like working out. And I didn't care that I didn't care. And so I thought, you know what, something has to change. I need to give this a break. And not to mention, you know, this wasn't the first and foremost. I did the low carb to keep my blood sugar steady, and you know what I mean? I was just wanting to feel better that way. But I didn't, as a side note, I didn't lose any weight. And so also I decided to look back and see what the trend was on my weight. I lost like 17 pounds last year from March. And then from November, now I did really well, you know, on, what was I doing? Oh, I was doing mostly OMAD, I think. 1 meal a day, intermittent fasting. I was doing, you know, a balanced diet. And then I started Weight Watchers. I did pretty good with that. Weight Watchers seemed to maintain me doing the smart points. And then, you know, a lot of up and down. But what happened was I started Simply Filling and I loved it. I did that for about a month and a half. From September and October, and then in November or so, whenever they started Freestyle, I went to Freestyle. And since then, it's been a lot of ups and downs. You know, I've tried other things during that time, but always under the guise of Freestyle and points. And I have, from November of last year, I'm up 7 pounds. Still lots of ups and downs during that time, but I am where I am now, you know, and that's not okay with me. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm giving it a break. I'm gonna keep it plant-based for a while because I just feel better. I can have carbs if I do that, good carbs. like oats and, you know, vegetables and some wild rice, some sweet potatoes, maybe some regular potatoes once in a while, some fruit. And, you know, those are the types of carbs. I'm finding that when I'm having that, I'm not having blood sugar issues. And also it takes away my sweet tooth and my junky, you know, fix. I don't want junk. And I don't want a splurge meal. I don't want any of that stuff. So Friday I weighed in. That's when I looked at all this data. And Friday, after just a few days of doing it, like 3 or 4 days, I was already down, I think I was down 1.5 pounds. And then yesterday morning, I think it was, I weighed again and I'm down 2 pounds now. So I don't know. I mean, I know that it's water because the first part is always water, and thank goodness. But, you know, at the same time, I wasn't losing any water at all when I did low carb. So I don't understand that. I don't understand what my body's doing now because it's not reacting like it ever has before when I did low carb. Or, you know, now I'm a little concerned about what the starches are going to do with my cholesterol because since I have genetically high cholesterol, what happens is the less cholesterol I eat, and I know this sounds bizarre, but you can look at the research, and people who have this hypercholesterolemia, it happens, your body actually makes more cholesterol if you don't eat the cholesterol. And so when I was totally plant-based and I was just doing the grains and the, you know, plant-based stuff and whole foods, before my cholesterol shot way up to like 345, and I had to get off of that and reintroduce some animal foods to bring it way back down to like 122, and so that had worked. But so I may have to do that again, but for now I just want to concentrate on the plant-based things as kind of like, I don't know if you want to look at it as a cleanse or rest, but it's really helping me to feel better and take away the cravings. So that's what I'm doing right now. So that's why you're seeing a big change in my meals. Now, what I did with Weight Watchers is I switched my freestyle counting to Simply Filling, because following what I'm doing now falls right in line with Simply Filling, and so it's really easy to do that. Yesterday for lunch, my sister and her husband were in town. They took us to lunch, and I had a big bowl of spaghetti pomodoro, which was just spaghetti with spaghetti sauce. And oh my goodness, I have not had that in years, and it was so good. And I was really surprised to see that spaghetti was 0 points. So that was really neat. And the sauce was, I think it was non-fat, but I'm not quite sure. So I should have taken off 1 point or 2 for that. But I didn't. I just didn't worry about it. And then last night I had some fruit and like 3 half-dollar size pancakes for dinner because I wasn't hungry. And we had a real wonderful function to go to, and so that's what I had there. I did bring home some leftovers, so maybe I have some of those. Share those with my husband because he couldn't go. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. So you see me doing Simply Filling with Weight Watchers, but I'm doing it as a plant-based person right now. I'm not promising I'm going to stay there because my body doesn't usually like staying there for a very long period of time. I'm listening to my body and I'm fluctuating as I need it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, 2 pounds down right now, fine. That means I got to take 5 more off to be where I was before when I was doing my journey, and it was looking good, you know, and I'm still looking good. I'm like, I feel good in my clothes and I look decent. It's just that those 5 pounds weren't there in November and I want them gone. So that's what we're doing now. So anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to let you go, and I will see you soon. Bye.